Gently close your eyes and let the weight of the world melt away. We are beginning a journey into the deepest layers of your subconscious mind. Focus on the sound of my voice as it guides you through the darkness. Every breath takes you further from the physical world and into the unknown. The boundaries of your body are dissolving into the infinite stars. You are becoming light, floating through the celestial ocean of wisdom and ancient cosmic memories. Watch the energy shifting around you as the vibration of your soul rises. These particles are the building blocks of reality, waiting for your mental command. Time is slowing down to a complete standstill. The rhythm of the pendulum disappears as you enter the void where past, present, and future are one. We are approaching the gateway of the Bermuda Triangle. Look ahead and tell me what you see as the mist begins to part over the water. The air feels heavy with a strange electrical charge. Natalia, describe the sensation of the atmosphere as we cross the invisible threshold into the restricted zone. I can feel the pressure changing in my ears. It is like the ocean is breathing, pulling everything toward a center that I cannot yet see. The surface is a mask for something much deeper. There is a pull here, a magnetic force that defies every law of physics we have known. Time has no meaning in this place. I see moments from long ago clashing with visions of a future that has not yet come to pass. The ships that were lost are not gone. They are caught in the folds of a different dimension, frozen in a perpetual state of transit forever. My hands feel cold, yet I am burning with a strange energy. I am touching the veil, and it is thinner than I ever could imagine. Look down into the eye of the vortex. There is a light coming from the bottom of the sea, reaching out like a beckoning, hungry star. We are falling, but there is no fear. The water is becoming light, and the light is becoming a path that leads us into the earth. The scale of it is impossible to describe. I am seeing the architecture of a world that was never meant for human eyes to witness. The magnetic poles are screaming here. Navigation is useless because the Earth's natural pull is being overridden by a much stronger artificial source of power. The sky above mirrors the ocean below. A perfect geometric storm is brewing, fueled by the same energy that creates the portals for the lost ones. Flight 19 is not at the bottom of the sea. They were pulled through the gap in the frequency, entering a laboratory beyond our linear time. They don't know what hit them. One moment they are in the sky, and the next they are part of a grand experiment they cannot escape. The vibration is so high, it hurts my teeth. I can feel the metal of the ships and planes screaming as they are torn apart. We are going down fast. The water is no longer wet. It feels like moving through a thick field of static electricity and cold fire. There is no sand here. The seabed is a machine, a massive planetary-scale motherboard that covers the entire floor of the triangle's core zone. The radio noise is actually a language. It is a constant stream of data being transmitted between the abyss and the satellites orbiting our world. I am not just seeing it anymore. I am beginning to understand the purpose. This is a junction where multiple realities are being forced to meet. They have created a biosphere here, a garden of crystals that grow on the energy of the souls they have harvested from the surface above us. The past is happening right now. I see the ancient world and the modern world existing in the same physical space, overlapping like two transparent films. The gates are opening for us. They know we are here. They have been waiting for someone to listen to the frequency of the abyss. Bermuda is only one of many. There is a whole network of these feeding stations scattered across our planet, all connected by an invisible energy grid. The light is blinding, but it doesn't come from a sun. It is the light of pure consciousness being stripped away and stored in these dark halls. Every time a ship vanishes, a pulse of energy is sent up these pillars. They are fueling something much larger than a single laboratory or base. They are harvesting more than ships and planes. They are after the essence of human emotion, the raw power of fear that fuels their technology. I can taste the ozone. The air here is thin and electric. I am walking through the corridors of the underwater city, feeling the weight of ages. They are watching from the walls, not quite biological, not quite machine. They are the caretakers of the gate, the silent observers of our history. Our belongings are artifacts to them. Every piece of luggage represents a life that was interrupted to serve as a data point in their research. I am standing at the entrance of the main reactor. The heart of the Bermuda Triangle is finally revealing itself to my soul's inner sight. The pyramid is the engine. It is a massive resonator that vibrates at a frequency that tears the fabric of our three-dimensional space apart. The interior feels like a giant organism. These cables are carrying the life force of the planet into the central processing unit of the alien base. I see the missing, thousands of them, kept in a state of suspended animation. They are being used as biological batteries for the base's operations. They are modifying the subjects. They are trying to find a way to merge their consciousness with our biology, to walk among us unseen. The technology is cold. There is no love here, only efficiency. They view us as a resource to be managed, a crop to be harvested periodically. They are tapping into the core. They are drawing the literal heat and magnetic energy of our planet to power their trans-dimensional travel gateways. They have been here for thousands of years. The artifacts of our ancestors are lying next to tools that won't be invented for centuries. This liquid metal is sentient. It responds to thought. It is the material they use to build their ships, shaping itself according to their intent. I can feel the sadness of the Earth. It is being drained, slowly and systematically, by these entities who have no concept of our pain or suffering. The reactor is the source. It is a controlled singularity, a small piece of a dying star used to create the gravitational anomalies above the surface. They classify our emotions as frequencies. Fear is the most potent. It is the highest octave fuel they can extract from our fragile human nervous systems. I am entering the mind of the machine. The barrier between my consciousness and their network is dissolving. I can see everything they see now. They are monitoring every city, every person. They are looking for the next surge in global fear to trigger the next harvest in the triangle. The operator is aware of me. A cold hand is reaching out through the psychic link, trying to find where my signal is coming from. They are trying to push me out, but I am anchored by the light. I will not leave until I see the face of the controllers. The hybrids are the project's goal. They are creating a vessel that can survive in our atmosphere while maintaining their superior psychic connection to the hive. They are scanning my DNA. They are curious about how a human could find their way into the silent laboratory beneath the crushing weight of ocean. The ships are ready. When the mist rises in Bermuda, these are the crafts that descend to collect the tribute of flesh and steel from us. I have reached the throne room. The noise has stopped. There is only a deep, vibrating hum that feels like it is coming from everywhere. Someone is sitting there, a shadow taller than any man, radiating a cold, silver light that feels like it could freeze the very soul. "Who are you?" I ask with my mind. The entity doesn't move its mouth, but its voice booms through the very structure of my consciousness. We are the architects of the transition. We have been here since before your kind learned to walk upright or speak your first words. You call this place Bermuda, but to us, it is the filter. It is where we separate the useful from the waste in the human cycle. I see a flash of something ancient, scale and cold blood. They are the ones who remained after the great wars of the prehistoric stars. They communicate through these patterns. It is the universal language of creation, and they use it to rewrite the laws of your world's physics. We did not sink your Atlantis. We simply moved it to a higher vibration. What you call a disaster was actually a grand relocation project. The entity's mind is like a cold ocean. I am struggling to stay afloat in the vastness of its knowledge and its total lack of empathy. We were your gods. We were your demons. We are the shepherds who have guided your species through the darkness toward our own ultimate goals. Your technology is a toy. We watch your ships pass through our living room, unaware that they are sailing over a world they cannot comprehend. Every soul that enters this zone is cataloged. You are all marked. Your energy signature is recorded in our archives for the upcoming great shift. Why do you take them? Why do you cause such suffering? Suffering is a perspective of the short-lived. To us, it is merely friction. We refine the energy. We take the raw, chaotic light of a human life and process it into a stable form that can power our world. I am being absorbed by its presence. It wants me to feel the eternity of its existence. It is trying to show me that resistance is futile. We harvest the peaks of your history. When your civilization reaches a certain frequency of chaos, the Bermuda Triangle opens wide to receive the excess. I am Natalia. I am human. I will not be lost in your light. I am here to witness, not to join your silent, empty kingdom. You have a strong will, little messenger. But even the strongest flame eventually flickers out in the cold wind of the eons we inhabit. We manipulate the fear centers. It is the easiest way to keep your species within the boundaries we have set for our ongoing experiment here. The scouts are leaving. They go to the surface to seed the clouds and the minds of your leaders with the frequencies we need. There is a counterforce. I can see it now. A different light, warmer and brighter, coming from the heart of humanity's collective soul and courage. They fear the awakening. They fear the moment you realize that the energy they steal is actually yours to keep and use for yourselves. The prisoners in the pods, their souls are starting to hum. They are remembering who they were before the mist took them from their families. The balance is shifting. My presence here is causing a ripple in their perfect system. The entity is becoming angry, its silver light turning red. I am bringing the light of the surface down here. You cannot hide in the shadows of the abyss forever while you feed on us. It is gone. The connection is breaking, but the truth it revealed remains burned into my mind like a brand of fire and cold silver. I am moving away from the center. The laboratory is fading, replaced by a vision of the entire world wrapped in a web of light. Look at the cage. The entire planet is encased in a frequency fence that keeps our consciousness trapped within the low vibrations of the matrix. Bermuda is the main intake valve. It is the strongest point in the grid, where the energy is most easily siphoned into the lower dimensions. They don't see the tethers. Every person who lives in fear is contributing their life force to the maintenance of the energetic prison above us. This is the loosh, the emotional energy of trauma and terror. It is the currency of the entities who rule from the depths of the sea. We are being farmed. Our heartaches and our nightmares are nothing more than a source of nourishment for those who cannot create for themselves. The ancient monuments were repurposed. They were once tools for enlightenment, but now they are used as relay stations for the control network's signals. The planet itself is being drained of its vital essence. The Earth's natural ley lines have been hijacked to feed the hunger of the abyss. The grid is reaching its capacity. They are pushing for more chaos, more fear, to prepare for a massive energy harvest that is coming very soon. The media, the conflicts, the constant state of alarm. It is all a carefully orchestrated symphony designed to keep the loosh flowing into the triangle. But some are waking up. Their frequency is too high for the grid to hold. They are like holes in the net. allowing the light to escape. Every time you choose love over fear, you break a strand of their cage. The power of a single conscious soul is greater than their machine. I can see the potential for liberation. The Bermuda Triangle is not just a trap. It is the weak point where we can finally break through. If we raise our vibration together, the laboratory will lose its power. The abyss cannot exist where there is no fear to sustain its cold hunger. I see a world that is free, where the siphons are closed and the energy of the earth belongs to the children of the stars once again. The heart of the planet is starting to beat again. I can feel the pulse returning to the land, the air, and the deep, deep waters. We are the cure for the infection. Our compassion is the poison that will destroy the cold logic of the entities beneath the waves of Bermuda. The empire of shadows is falling. Their technology is useless against the simple truth of our divine origin and our infinite capacity for higher light. It is done. The vision of control is over. I am seeing the end of the harvest and the beginning of the true human sovereignty on Earth. The dawn is coming. Not just for me, but for everyone who has been kept in the dark by the mysteries of the cursed triangle zone. Remember this vision. Hold it in your heart when the world tries to make you afraid. You are the master of your own energy field. I am coming back. The weight of the abyss is lifting, replaced by the familiar feeling of my own breath and the room around me. The journey is ending, but the knowledge will remain. I have seen what lies beneath, and I am no longer afraid of the deep. 3. You are starting to feel your body again. Your mind is clear, and your spirit is strong, returning from the depths of the ocean. 2. The visions are becoming memories. You are here, safe and sound, in this moment of time, bringing back the wisdom of the ancient abyss. 1. Wide awake. Welcome back, Natalia. You have traveled further than most dare to imagine, and you have returned with a warning for us all. The triangle remains, a silent witness to a truth that is still hidden from the masses. But for those who listen, the waves have stories. What we find in the darkness is only a reflection of what we carry within. The fear is theirs, but the light is ours to command. Do not let the mysteries of the world frighten you. Let them inspire you to look deeper into the nature of your own infinite divine soul. The truth is out there, beneath the waves and between the stars. It is waiting for those who are brave enough to seek it out. The gate is always open for those who know how to find the key. The key is your frequency. The key is your own heart. Are you ready to see beyond the veil? The world you know is only the surface of a much deeper, more complex reality that awaits. Stay vigilant. Stay in the light. The journey of awakening has only just begun for the inhabitants of this beautiful, haunted, and precious blue world. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the unknown. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your heart in the light.